welcome to my first live as we are active right now in real time. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are having a lovely, blessed, divine day. So, before we get into the tarot reading today, which is going to do with your love life and your finances, you guys can book me for a reading, a personal one-on-one reading between me and you with the link in the bio. Also, remember, if you click the link in the storefront on the YouTube on my channel, the finances are going to show, like the money is going to show in RS, which is like India. So don't pay that any mind, sweeties, okay? Just click the link exactly in every description, every video that I put on the channel. Click that link below so that you can personally see the correct currency for the website to book a reading with me, okay? So I'm really just like excited to be here with you guys because it's like, oh my god, my first time going live on here, but like we're gonna bear with it. We're gonna bear with it, guys. So we're gonna get into, before we get into this reading, we're actually gonna talk about what I was discussing earlier. And let's take a break. It was about obsession and fantasy. How when you truly like meet somebody, like you ever just have an encounter where you feel like you know that person like your whole life, or they activate something within inside yourself that is just so ancient, like you've been longing for something, but this person just, they enter your life and then they give you that feeling of deja vu. Have you ever been through any circumstances of that nature? Okay, because I was like literally yesterday doing a reading on the collective, and how like right now you guys could have been meeting somebody online or through an event or something like that, but you met the person and it was just like this instant like feeling of, like that feeling of just like longing, like is this real, like is this real, this feels like deja vu. Okay, so that's just honestly the vibes of what uh which is really rare encounters. So if you ever had an experience with that, you would understand that this is an ancient past connection, especially when it feels so raw and authentic. So, and on my exclusive, as you guys join the membership, babies, I get a little bit more deeper into the seductive part of it, like the sex magic and everything of that nature that has to do with you connecting with a person, you know, you being close to them. Thank you so much, sweetie. I hope you're having a blessed and lovely day. Okay, so we're going to use the regular tarot deck and we're going to get into this love reading. So what is going on in the energy of love for my collective? What's going on in the energy of love? Okay, because you know the weather is getting nice and everything. So right now, for some of you guys, you definitely could be having a little disagreement with a partner, maybe coming to an ending, or per se, or for some of you guys, this could be trying to restart over, maybe get the spark back again. But you could be also like feeling like you guys are going through different paths, or you're trying to realign to the energy of what you guys had before you were into a relationship. Some more energy. Okay, so right now a lot of you guys are just for some of you, they're financially independent on the situation a little bit. Maybe you're with someone who's definitely the breadwinner, whatever the case may be. For some of you guys, you're definitely meeting a new partner that's showing you that your childlike energy of what you once used to carry. They could be activating some like childlike memories within yourself. A lot of you guys are you met a divine partner, like I said, the obsession and fantasy, which we were talking about on the video yesterday. Okay. For some of you guys, definitely there's a new beginning coming to an end. So one door closes, another one opens. A lot of you guys, you met this person during an isolation time or an isolation period where it was just like you were to yourself. You had stepped away from the crowd. You had stepped away from people who just didn't resonate with you. And as you chose to just, be alone within your solitude, all of a sudden you end up meeting a person that really like spark something in you. Like I said, like it just doesn't feel, I wouldn't say that it doesn't feel real. it just feels like, wow. You feel me? Okay, tell me more about this lover and obsession that this partner can feel, that the collective is feeling with someone. Tell me more about this love and affection that they're feeling, because it's rare, you feel me, to go through these type of things. And when you do find someone of that type of like, that makes you feel that way, which is probably, for some of you guys are going to resonate, you're definitely leaving an old relationship to go into something new, which is this new spark that got put into you, kind of like it reactivated something in you from like childhood. And it's just like, you know, you're just letting go. And like for some of you, you guys are single, but then you just started talking to this person as a friend or whatever the case may be, but then it got deeper than what it was supposed to. For some of you guys, definitely on the end, you guys could be having like restless nights because you're like thinking like heavenly about your future, what you got going on, about just adjusting to this new shift in life. And honestly, like just maybe you're in your head about like you know, this love offer that's here right now, which is what I discuss in the membership. I say there's a difference between like, you want your obsession to be healthy. You never want to overly obsess over someone to the point where you start to get burnout. You let go of yourself. You abandon your own life, because that's not love. You don't have to love somebody to then abandon yourself. And if someone is asking for you to abandon yourself for love, that's not love. Okay, that's just not love. Okay. Um. Yes, and like for some of you, tell me more about this loving energy. Why are some of the collective experiencing burnout with the obsession? Okay. Okay, for some of you guys, maybe you're just like, maybe for some of you guys, you're feeling a little bit like insecure in a situation. For some of you, like you're not really sure if this is true. For some of you, you guys have a lot of trust issues. So it's like, you just always feel like you have to be one up on something, or you just have to like, you know, be on top of something or whatever, or it's going to slip. So that could be like a coping mechanism that you have learned from your past, to just feel like if something feels too good to be true, you would just start to fixate over it and just be overly obsessed about it, and you need to know everything all at once. So let go of that control, baby. Let go of that control of feeling like I have to be in control, like in order to stay on top of this situation. It could be with the love interest. It can be also maybe with a new friendship going about. Maybe this new friendship is shifting into a love interest. So it's like at the same time, you guys were like this, you know, with you, like you guys were like this, you guys were friends, but at the same time it's starting to shift, because like the feelings are starting to get intense for both of you guys. So you could be feeling like I have to be on top of this situation, because you've known them as a friend, so it's kind of hard to shift into, I guess, a relationship or whatever the case may be. So just let go of that control, baby, because you don't have to be up on top of everything. You know, just let go of that control. You can only control what you can control. And that's also a part of having healthy obsession. Like you can be obsessed, but like make sure that you don't like start to feel burnout or feel like you have to control the narrative of everything. Okay, you have to know what is going to happen to the beginning of the end of the day, and that's not what you want to, because it's not a balance. It's a balance that's now starting to decay, because you're pouring into trying to control the situation or the circumstances of everything in that nature. Okay, so tell me about, if the collective chooses to, you know, step into the healthy energy of obsession, what can happen for their life, for this love. You know, there will be new opportunities, you know, for your near future coming in for some of you very sooner than expected. I'm feeling in the June area, maybe the end of summer, August, something big is really going to happen in your life. I just really felt that. I really haven't felt that. But if you guys really just do a healthy balance of learning to obsess in a healthy way, you know, you have opportunities to actually have a child. You know, this person definitely in your energy that you're connected with. This, I'm going for the masculine energy right now. One masculine definitely wants to get this woman pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna happen once you start to choose yourself. Like the universe is showing you that you can love this person, but they're showing you that you need to choose yourself as well. Don't you know, don't start choosing, oh, this and that and the third, just starting abandoning yourself. You know, you don't want to abandon yourself. You want to stay like, you know, sovereign. You want to stay sovereign. I'm trying to add these things to it. Sorry guys, I'm actually trying to add something to the shop because I guys want you to see the options and everything like that on the shop. Okay, hold on babies, I'm gonna get back to the reading. All right, so let's see. So the thing that you guys see on top, I hope you guys can see it, but that is the shop where you can book a personal reading with me. I do love spells, I do self-love rituals, and I do cards regarding love. I do finances, past life, futures, and present moment. So you guys can definitely tune into the shop, which is in the link in the bio. Remember, if you go on the shop, that's on the channel, the currency is going to show an RS, but it's going to be an India currency. So that's not true. That's not the actual prices of what the reading cost or anything like that. Click the link in the bio that I have in every description in every video, and it will show you a clearer view of the United States currency that I'm currently using regarding the prices on the readings and stuff like that on the website that you're going to click below, okay? So if you really open up to, let's get back to it, my lovely people, but if you open up to the idea of just I let go of control, you know? Universe is asking you to let go of the control. Let go of feeling like you have to be on top of something and everything just for everything to go as according to plan. You don't have to be on top of everything to go according to plan. You open up and start to heal and do your shadow work. Definitely for some of you, get a journal, get a journal, write down your dreams. I'm feeling that heavy right now. Write down your dreams, write down how you feel, write down certain things that in your past, maybe the reason why you have trust issues in relationship or believing something is true. Write down those words, like, in your journal, kind of like question yourself and ask why. Do you still feel that way and stuff like that? Kind of connect with yourself on a deeper level. But if you open up to just the healing of letting go of control, understanding that life is showing you something in a way, and that you know love is true. There's many people out here that are definitely operating in your same frequency with love and longing. A lot of the times they're just hitting in plain sight, because they have to protect themselves just as much as you're protecting your heart as well. But there is looking in the future, in the near future, for you guys, looking like kids and marriage. That's what I'm feeling in this energy. Okay, as you start to heal, as you start to let go of the control of needing everything, this is when your partner is going to step in, and you have, for some of you guys, I'm seeing near kids. For some of you, you can have a kid already, okay, with the past person or whatever the case may be, that you really, okay, you really love this person. That's what I'm getting. You have really had love for this person, but they just couldn't get it right. Okay, they couldn't get it right. You still love them in a way, but you know that it'll never kind of be the same because of the simple fact that this person is not willing to change. So your heart could be broken during this time. All right, but you still have a lot of people like on your body. You still have people that like are definitely heavily. I'm feeling a lot of you guys are in the entertainment business. Could be in nightlife, could be a dancer, bottle girl, could be a security guard in that nature, working in just entertainment purposes. So you have a lot of people that give you a lot of attention. Okay, a lot of people that want you, and they obsess over you. Just as I said with the obsession and fantasy, how to differentiate from healthy obsession and how to like differentiate from something that is draining you. You have also people that are in that dynamic too, that view you as the star. They view you as like something that they want to consume. For some of you, it's people that's actually like fantasizing about being married to you, in a relationship with you, and all of this stuff is going on in the background as you are focused on one specific person, as you are healing and getting your life and your circumstances together. If your circumstances is already together, maybe it's a dynamic where you feel like there's little blockages between you two. For some of you, this is what I'm feeling. Tell me more about this blockage, okay? Because I was just channeling for a moment, so I'm like, oh, I love you guys so much. Tell me about these blockages. Why does some of the collective feel like a blockage in between a love offer? Okay, you feel like it's blockage between love heart because it's head over heart. So it's like this is king energy, okay? For some of you, I'm getting a lot of masculine energy. You really want to just like go straight forward with this woman. You want to like get her pregnant. You want to have a family. You want to just have everything with this girl. Like, but it's like at the same time, you're also putting some discipline on you, because that blockage in between it, you're making sure that you don't go in the deep end, that you don't reckless thinking. You know, you don't want to have reckless thinking when it comes to you really having feelings for somebody. You want to take your time, you give the person space. So it's like you're in your king energy, okay? For the masculine man in this energy, like you're in your king energy. You know you want all of this with this person, with this woman in your life. You know that she's the key and you guys are the key together. You know that you definitely feel for this person just as much as this woman could be feeling for you, because I'm getting the energy of this woman really like loves you. And you know, at the same time, like this blockage is in the way because you're trying to be disciplined, you know, be disciplined, think things through. For some of you, you could be leaving an old relationship with this other woman. You could be leaving a relationship, but you don't want to leave it in a destructive way. Okay, maybe you guys could be having kids, you know, with this woman, but it's like you don't want to leave it in a destructive way. Okay, you want to think about all things that you're doing. Okay, you want to think about all the things that you're doing because you're like, you know what, I don't want to bring any like drama or, you know, feel like, you know, I'm bound to the situation because of how things might go. So you're a thinker, you're in your king energy, okay? So for this is the Queen of Wands. This is the woman, okay? So she carries that energy of just like confidence, you know, just she's in her queen energy, she's in her goddess energy, okay? So it's like you definitely see the key with this woman in your life. Like you see this key for the white. It can also stand for mother energy too. Possibly this woman that you're with as well could have kids, but you know, she has kids, she's a single mother. For some of you resonating with this, the woman that you are interested in could be a single mother, or she can just, you know, be really like just have a lot of kids. Like she just overall has a lot of children, but at the same time, like she's really balanced, she's in her stability, and she's being very independent. For some of you, if you don't have kids, then it can just be the Queen of Wands. Like you have that mother energy to you, and that's what the masculine man really resonates and wants, because you kind of remind him of his mother. Yes, for the love interest right now, like you got somebody that you remind them of their mother. Let's sip that tea. You remind this person that you are, that is really like in love with you, like you remind them of their mother. Okay, so right now it's like, yes, okay, let's talk about more about this. Let's get in tune with it, guys. All right, I want to know more of the energy of how you remind this masculine man, because I'm feeling the masculine energy, okay, on the energy of that. So we're going to dive into it. All right, spirit, let me know. Let's dive into it. How does this person remind them of their mother? Okay, how's it person remind them of their mother? Okay, you remind them because at the same time, like they can see that energy, that free spirit in you, you know, that chaotic energy, that they can tell that you were once maybe in a type of timeline in your life where you didn't know how to balance the fire inside of you at the same time, but it was always like you were protected and guided. So this person knows that, you know, you carry a mystery to you, okay? You carry this type of mysticism to you, and you kind of remind them of their mother, you know, when you just kind of just have that, you know, that strict, you know, you don't play, and but you got that chaotic energy, that fire in you. And for some of you, like you have learned how to tame that chaos, and like they can see through the fire in your eyes, okay? So tell me more about this energy, okay? I love this masculine man, because this masculine man is heavily popping up in the collective reading right now. He's like, that's masculine man popping in your energy right now. He's like, let me come through, okay? Yeah, so a lot of the times, like, you know, you could be reminding this masculine energy of just like, you know, how a wife is supposed to be, you know, just how, like, you know, how he views like home, like how he grew up and stuff like that, or maybe what he longed for, you know, maybe what he longed for, maybe what he knew, he knew like, okay, this is how I want a family, okay? Maybe if he came from a family that didn't really like, I wouldn't say they weren't like structured, but it was kind of like distance a little bit in the case maybe. But this is what he's saying. Like, this is the woman that, you know, I'm crowning and stuff like that for the situation, because I see like that in her, which reminds him of a deep connection with his mother, which is very deep at that. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, so tell me what's to come for love, for the future, for the collective. What's to come, you know, with as they start to heal, and as this obsession grows more and more in a healthy way for the collective, okay? Yeah, so if you definitely continue to do this, this is what's going to happen. You're going to let go of detachment. Spirit is asking you, as this love comes in, be patient, because you don't want to rush into things just because like the feeling feels so like longing. Like I said, like right now you have a lot of offers, love offers in your energy. You have a lot of people that want you right now. They want you. You know, you have a lot of offers, but your eye is on this one person. As your eye is on this one person, there could be some type of blockage in the middle of it, but Spirit is asking you during this time, while things are organizing and working its way out, Spirit is asking for you to pour that love into yourself as well, and to be patient during this time, and to not go back to old patterns because of the situation. Maybe there's a blockage. It can be the person lives too far, or the person could be having this ending a relationship with someone previously from their past, or maybe you, the woman, could be ending a relationship, so you're just trying to balance it out. That's what I'm getting from the energy. So that Spirit's asking what's upcoming. So as you let go of the detachments, you let go of the energy of like uh anxiety and stuff like that, feeling like you have to be on top of everything. Once you let go of that and you pour more self-love into you, this love will open up in many different ways, okay? Because it's destined to happen. A lot of you guys have definitely met your soulmate. A lot of energy that I'm getting from the collective, you met your soulmate, or it's coming. Okay, so straightforward, like I said, just as this energy grows and grows, the obsession keeps getting bigger and bigger. Baby, this person's gonna go straight forward to you. You know, like the energy is just like they're fixated, they're focused on you. Okay, as they're getting their selves together. Okay, but as you really heal and understand that life is just about taking its time and letting go of control, letting go of the fear of being abandoned, letting go of past residue. As you know, Mercury retrograde is about to come this June. So a lot of exes could be wanting to hit you back. You know, a lot of people could be wanting to get back into your energy right now. For some of you guys, you could be experiencing that right now. It's like the pre-run up of the Mercury retrograde. A lot of people want to come, and during this blue moon that's coming up for the 31st, baby. Blue moon's coming up for the 31st. There is definitely going to be a whole transition in Sagittarius. So fire signs could resonate with this too. But more love opportunities are going to open up. This compassion is really going to grow. Okay, like I said, Ace of Cups, new baby. For some of you guys, this person is definitely your soulmate. Like, you're gonna have a child with this person. This is meant to be, with this woman or this man. It's gonna have a child. The child is being brought up, and the child is in the spirit, like waiting. In the waiting room right now, spiritually. This child is in the waiting room, waiting for their parents to reconnect in a way of past lives. This person came from a past life. That's what I'm feeling on this energy. Okay, it's gonna be a celebration. Maybe if the blockages that you felt from and the love with this person is going to just like feel so easily now. It's not going to feel like anything's in the way anymore. Like, you're going to celebrate, and definitely for some of you guys, yeah, there's definitely like energy of a baby shower. I'm picturing blue baby shower. That's what I'm picturing in blue. Okay, like I said, you guys are definitely getting connected with as you're growing and glowing and healing, your inner child is definitely going to be out a lot. So what I tell others on how to like control that inner child, to make sure that they're not the one running the wheel, and that at the end of the day that you're in the control of it, is to confirm to your inner child that everything's going to be okay. Confirm to your inner child that you're no longer in a past life, in a past time in your life where it was really painful. Confirm to your inner child. Do things that you love. Go back to a childlike state. I did a video on that on the channel, on ways to go back to your inner child ways. What a lot of you guys are definitely also already doing that. You're already like doing the things that you once used to enjoy when you was a child, so that you're healing right now. Okay, a lot of healing energy is going. You the past, the negativity, the sadness that you felt from just maybe a mother passing, or whatever the case may be. It could be a mother passing, it could be someone of a energy of like someone died that was really important to you. So it's like that could have been heavy on your heart. So you're really during this time going back to inner child state, and like healing certain wounds that you didn't notice that you had, and you're opening the door for that love to come deeply into your life, because that person that you guys long for each other is definitely the energy is reciprocated. Okay, the person feels the same way you do. As you're in this mission, this person is on his own journey too. You feel me? So that's what I'm getting on the love energy, baby. That's what I'm getting on the love energy. And that's beautiful. What's saying is love is about to be big this summer, you know. What's coming for my lovely babies during this June, okay? What's coming for my lovely babies during this June, okay? Self-love. A lot of you guys are going to be doing a lot of self-care. A lot of you guys are going to actually take yourself out more. You know, you're going to enjoy yourself. You're aligning with people who resonate with you. You're not aligning with people who, you know, view your differences or who you truly are as something that, you know, it's that's something that's just that's not okay, you know, like they want to judge, you know, you don't want to be around judgmental people. So it's kind of like you left a lot of people during this time, like you left a lot of people, you stepped away, okay? As I said, a lot of you are in isolation mode, or you're just in a mode of thinking like you think deeply at night, okay? You think deeply at night. For some of you, I'm really getting that you really think deeply at night, okay? So you're always thinking about a plan on what's the next move, you know, with this relationship. And you know, I want kids. You're planning for your future. You're a big thinker, okay? You're really big on big and thinking, okay? So during this time too, what's coming in June, you're going to be learning obedience, okay? You're going to be learning how to shift into actually being able to stand on your boundaries and stuff like that. For some of you guys, you're already in the process of starting to get that, okay? You're letting go of fear of commitment, okay? You're letting go of the fear of like, if I give somebody my love, if I'm raw with them, will they do this to me? Will they do that to me? All those thoughts are going to be dying out as June comes in. All those thoughts are going to be dying out as you're healing and understanding that, you know, things happen in divine timing and there's no need to rush the connection. This love that's coming into your life right now, you guys are meant to have a child. You know, you guys are meant to have a child. You guys are meant to be together. But Spirit is showing you how to love them and also love yourself without abandoning yourself. Because you do not need to abandon yourself to experience love. You have to pour into yourself in order to give. Okay? You can't give on an empty cup. You're trying to give somebody love in an empty cup and you're not pouring into yourself, you're going to shrivel into pieces. You don't want to do that to yourself, okay? Because then it's like you're pouring out of an empty cup. You don't want to do that. And you know that Spirit right now is not punishing you. Spirit is not punishing you, baby. Spirit is showing you that what you desired or what you felt like you've always wanted as a child, you always wanted a family dynamic, you always wanted true love, all of that exists and it's reachable. You know, it's there for you right now. Presently, you have somebody in your energy who is a soulmate. That person is a soulmate from a past lifetime that you have been with for millennial of times, okay? So when you did meet this person, it could have been at an event. For some of you guys are in the music industry, okay? Underground industry. You know, you do performances, you're independent. I'm not getting any contracts or any energy of any contracts. You're really independent. You're independent and you're just going to different events and, you know, putting yourself out there more. You're stepping into the new crowd. So it's like a lot of people are interested in you right now. You know, for a lot of you guys, you are content creators. You do have a lot of momentum online, a lot of people that's attracted to you. But like I said, you guys are really interested in just this one particular person, or it's just like the energy of just like loving yourself again. You could be just genuinely just loving yourself again and understanding different parts of yourself and still giving yourself grace, okay? But as you're loving yourself, you got a lot of people loving on you. Loving on you, baby. Loving on you. Tell me more about the love that is coming for the collective. Tell me more about the love, baby. All right. Tell me more about the love. All right. When will these blockages be removed so that this person can experience their soulmate? When will the blockages be moved? Okay. Definitely. So the blockages are definitely going to be moved. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 cups. 7 cups, okay, with the V2 of cups, all right? So a lot of opportunities are going to be removed as you are finding your purpose, as your soul is searching for a purpose, okay? You're starting to get more into your routine. You're starting to pour more into your cup as you are, like, you know, feeling like certain things are blocked, but at the same time you're still wishful, you're still hopeful, but you're also moving along. Staying in the productivity is going to make things go faster. You know, pouring into your art, your creativity, okay? Pour into what you like to do. If you don't know what you like to do, then this is the time to discover it as your soul searching for purpose, okay? So this is the time to search it for it. And as you're so a lot of you guys, you know, you could be daydreaming about, like, you know, love, like just loving yourself, loving a person, you know, just this new, I'm getting a lot of energy of this new soulmate coming into your being that just awakens something in the matrix and the whole dimensional plane store. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that, okay, babies. I really am. But it's like, you know, you have wishful thinking, okay? You're searching for purpose right now. You're searching like, what am I interested in? Okay. For some of you, you never really sat back and stayed still for a moment to just be like, what interests me? What's interesting? And now that you have the time really to just sit back with that, you're in a waiting room right now, a waiting period in your life. For some of you where you're just like, all right, spirit is not punishing me. Spirit is not making me just you know, be isolated away from people because of the simple fact that anything. No, no, no. Spirit is showing you that you can love all things that you love, but also remember to love yourself. Also remember to pour to yourself. So all 7 of your cups are being filled. Okay, that's what's coming in for the energy right now. Tell me more. Oh my God, I love you guys so freaking much. Like, what's some excessive, deepest, darkest fantasies that the collective is actually getting right now? Okay, so right now you're actually in control of your energy. Like, you are really learning to be emotionally balanced because maybe you had a wrecking nervous system that was always keeping you in fight or flight mode, or during a time period in your life you were in survival mode. So like you honestly felt like you had to be, and that's what came with untrustworthy in the beginning of what we were talking about, how you felt like you didn't quite trust people. You know, that's where you kind of guard your energy because you've been through the storm. You know, you've been through that, but you're learning how to alchemize that even more. Okay, so it's like during this time too, you're just in a balance. Okay, you're in a balance with your life and with the energy you want to reciprocate with the your deepest, longest desires and fantasies. You want someone that can match your energy. Like I said, this love reading, a person is coming in that is matching your energy if they aren't in already. Okay, for the ones that are coming really close, this person is coming in mid-June. Mid-June to August. Okay, mid-June to August is when this person is coming, and as they're coming you are healing yourself, and the same thing is going on in the other realm with him too. Okay, him or her too. So it's like, yes, you always fantasize about just someone who's supportive, like, you know, this leader in your life, and a person who can understand your emotions and your feelings, and as you're like navigating your newer version, because a lot of you guys are feeling this new shift in the matrix right now. You feel like, yo, there's something new brewing up in the matrix right now. It is like, I feel like I'm changing, but I'm coming back to myself. You are the person that you've always needed as a child, okay? You really are the person that you always needed as a child. Tell me more about these deepest, darkest fantasies that the collective are having right now, okay? And tell me more about the role playing ideas, because I'm getting the energy of like the role playing, okay? Like, you guys think a lot, okay? For some of you guys are going to resonate with this as well. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air signs, okay? Right now you guys are in deep thinking right now too. Okay, so yeah, as you're in your, you guys are seeing the manifestations of a lot of stuff that you manifested during winter and fall. Okay, when that was like the hermit mode that you were in, a lot of you guys are starting to see slowly but surely that things that you manifested in your life are starting to brew up. Maybe this connection with this lover person that I told you is your soulmate, you could have been conjuring this up. You don't remember the prayers that you did before? You could have been praying. Okay, you could have been praying during a time or just pouring into the energy of finding a divine person. You wrote in your notebook, this is really specific. For some of you guys, you wrote in your notebook and you said, I will experience love. I will meet a divine partner and encounter who resonates with me. You wrote this down, and I'm getting that you wrote this in 2025. 2025, you had a notebook and you wrote this in 2025, conjuring up your person that you truly want and desire. Okay, for some of you guys, you did go through 2 partners in the midst of that 2025 span, but it didn't really quite work out, and you thought that your spell, you forgot about your spell, but you kind of just forgot about love. And now that this newer spark in yourself that you're starting to feel, like that spark of love again, that, you know, that wanting, that desires is all coming up before Mercury retrograde, you're understanding that what that's why you're questioning sometimes of the love that you're receiving or that you're getting from this person, because you don't know if it's true or not. But believe in your magic. Do you believe in magic, magic, magic? You gotta believe in that magic, baby, okay? Because when you believe in that magic even more, everything just works out for you, okay? Like, magic is subtle, you know. Magic is just like, whoo, it's alchemizing, okay? It has to go through the seasons, just like the plants have to grow. You growing, okay? That's why I said patience. Patience is what the collective is learning more importantly right now, as we are in deep fantasy right now. We're learning that patience is the key. Patience is the key to everlasting, all right? We're learning that deeply inside. You guys could be just fantasizing about role playing, maybe like specifically, ha ha ha, being naughty in a nice little naughty waitress outfit or something like that, or you're the maid, the housekeeping maid, and you're just picturing yourself like being with this partner, this soulmate that's coming in your energy, or that's already in present in your energy right now. You're picturing someone. For some of you guys did get married in the dream world, okay? A lot of you guys did get married in the dream world, and you have a contract with somebody who definitely he comes to you, she comes to you in every lifetime, and you always feel her. So you could be fantasizing about this dream world energy too, as well as what I'm getting a lot of guys. We're gonna switch to the erotic tarot deck, Minera, because we're gonna get deep into some fantasies. I want to know, how would the collective experience their fantasies this summer, okay? For some of you guys, definitely, you guys have that lot of fire energy. A lot of people that's going to resonate with this is Sagittarius, Leo, okay? For some of you guys, you're going to resonate the energy that you're going to be doing. So how you're going to amplify and bring your fantasies to reality, you're gonna be out mingling. You're gonna actually gonna be out outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be navigating outside with communities, different people, and you're gonna connect with communication. Okay, for Gemini's, Libras, Aquarius, and all the rest of it's gonna resonate with this. Take what resonate, leave what doesn't. But you're gonna resonate with a lot of people outside. You're gonna go out in community. You're just stepping out. Like I said, a lot of you guys are in the entertainment business. You're painters. You know, artists. You write poetry. A lot of you guys are content creators. You just are taking the role in the leadership in your life, and you're becoming just deeply involved with entrepreneurship. You're taking a different lane in life that you never once went through before, but you just feel like this is the way to go, and it is confirmation. This is the way to go, baby. This is the way that you are going to see more talents of what you have within yourself. You're going to see what you're made of. You know, that's what spirit is on this journey right now. But you're definitely going to reenacting your fantasy is going to be by meeting through community, going outside. You know, even through on social media with your fans and people like that. You have a lot of energy of people who admire you right now, who are obsessed with you right now. Okay, this is going to bring your love interest into your life more closer. All blockages will be removed as you are living your life and finding purpose. Okay, so for some of you guys are going to be reading new books or something like that. You're going to read a new book, or you're going to just maybe go out on a date with yourself, buy a drink, or go to the Pilates or something like that. You know, go to the spa. Like, you're just going to be living your life, enjoying your dreams, and just honestly finding purpose, okay? As you are stepping into a new entrepreneurship with owning a business, or possibly, leveling up at your job and stuff like that. As you do all of this stuff, you're pouring into yourself. This love is going to just run after you more deeply, okay? Because you're not chasing, you're attracting, and as you're attracting, you attract what you are, and you are beautiful. You're a goddess, you're a god energy. So as you are going to get deeply into this fantasy, reenacting it and bringing it into life, it's going to happen just off the midst of just, as you're reading books. Sometimes when you read a book, you feel more alive. Like, you feel like the books are just like a story of your life, or a story of the life that you want or that you crave for. So as you're in fantasy right now, you guys are going to be having a lot of time to yourself and amongst individuals as well. Okay, so you're going to step deep into your fantasy, or where you're going to take that Empress energy, okay? A lot of you guys are Empress and Empress that are like watching my channel right now, because I channel star seeds. It's a star seed reading. I channel my star seeds, and like, honestly, like, you're just gonna be like falling, like, you're gonna be just people are gonna be kneeling at their knees for you, okay? Because you guys be looking sexy and hot during the summer. You look sexy and good all around, baby. But like, the summertime, the dresses, the shorts, let's sit for that. You got people on a badadi, okay? You got people that want you, okay, and they want it now. So it's like, you're also going to be bringing reality in your fantasy to life through other people as well, through fantasy. Like, people are going to be wanting to praise you more, wanting to worship you. For some of you guys have a worship kink, like love when someone just tells you how beautiful you look or how good you look. You love to just exist around somebody without having to perform. You love to exist around someone without having to perform, without putting on a show. So it's like you're gonna meet a lot of people like that. You're gonna meet a lot of people where it's not that you pretend, but you don't have to guard yourself. Like, not guard, you have to guard yourself, but you don't have to guard yourself to the point of like, oh, I can't trust this person. This happened to me in my past. Like, a lot of people you're going to be meeting are not going to be giving you that type of energy to where you feel like you have to guard yourself in everything about your personality 24/7. Like I said, you guys are letting go of control. For some of you guys, you're letting go of an old relationship that was holding you behind. For some of you guys are letting go, maybe religion, maybe an old religion that was just taking over your life, or maybe family members and parents that wanted you to just conform and just be a doctor or be something, be this, but you didn't want to be that. You wanted to be what you wanted to be. So you're coming to yourself more. You're finding a soul purpose during the summer. You're searching for the soul purpose during the summer. That's the heavy energy right now. And as you're searching for your soul purpose during the summertime, love offerings are coming towards your way. The one soulmate that is in your energy that's coming, or that's already in your energy, is going to be coming more to you rapidly. All blockages removed. Your finances will be growing as you are loving yourself and diving deep into your fantasy, but also bringing them to life by getting out there. Okay, by getting out there, putting your name out there, you're letting go of fear. Your throat chakra is open and it's ready to go, baby. I love you guys so much, so much. But actually, we're gonna pull one more card before we go. Okay, so we're going to pull the card of the collective. Let me know by the end of the summer, what would the collective have learned? Okay, by the end of the summer, what would the collective have learned, and what's to come more? Okay, you guys are definitely learning like justice. A lot of you guys are taking back your energy from people who definitely took from you during your past. You're understanding that you were the star the whole time. You were the person that was slowing you down. For some of you, others were slowing you down. They were bringing you down. Their negative energy, their negative vibes. You're understanding now that you were always meant to search for soul purpose. Go out there and just live like a nomadic life. For some of you guys, you could be thinking about going off grid, being on land, owning your own land, your own property, and that's coming for you in the near future. If so, a lot of you guys are really seeking justice, and you understanding that like you're taking your power back, you're reclaiming your throne. So as you near the ending of the summer, you're really going to understand that everything was meant to happen. Justice is always going to be served in your favor. For some of you guys, you could have been dealing with a court situation. You could have been in court for maybe someone, a woman. I'm getting the energy of a woman that lied on your name. Okay, she tried to ruin your reputation. She tried to bring you down. Okay, she told a lot of people online a false narrative about you. That's going to be served during the ending of summer. August specifically, August 3rd. August 3rd is where you're going to get the confirmation that this is what this woman was trying to do to you, but instead it flipped back on her in a reverse. Okay, for some of you guys can be understanding that justice is always in your favor. You're a genuine person. You're a loving person, a true divine starseed soul. So it's like all the things that people have done to you is getting sent right back to them effortlessly, because you're letting go of the pain and what others did to you. You're letting go of the analogy of that you can't trust people and that you need to be on guard 24/7, 24/8. You're letting go of control and everything like that. Maybe even a little bit of narcissism that you kind of tell yourself, the ego sometimes. You're letting go of like feeling like you can't do something because nobody's with you, or you're letting go of the energy of I have to know everything before everything just ends up ruining itself. No, you're letting things be and controlling the things that you can control, which is your own life. Okay, justice. All right, and like I said with the love reading in the beginning, justice. Okay, so that blockage that you have between that person, or maybe if it's a blockage that's coming from you or the other way around, the blockages are going to be all removed. Okay, during the ending of August 3rd, specifically too. August 3rd, all blockages will be removed that were stopping you from either going towards a love interest or stepping into your power. So all things that were a distraction are now being shown to you more than ever, because like I said, things are starting to waken up with you more often. Okay, a lot of you guys are stepping into your pureness, your energy, your rawness. You're wearing your heart on your sleeve. Your heart is your guide, baby. Your heart is your guide. And I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys in the next one, okay? It was a lovely time spending with you guys on live. And I will be back in momentarily. Again, babies, remember that the shop list right here, I also have another thing pinned as well. You guys can book a reading with me with the link in the bio in the description. As you are, navigating on my page, I do love readings. I do past life readings. I do ancient timeline readings. I do love spells, self-love rituals, and I would love to connect with you guys on a deeper scale. So as you guys see on the page, all right, right there, I'm definitely putting it on the page as well, babies, okay? I want you guys to see. Sorry, babies, I was just working this technology. It's my first time on live, guys, but I had a lovely time with you, and we're going to be spending so much time together during this summertime, and I'm here to guide you guys and also be teached. I would like to be teached too as I teach others. I'm going to be just gravitating towards individual star seeds, divine energy, divine beings, and I would love to tap more in with you guys. So I love you guys so much. May you have a blessed, lovely day. Go out in the sun ra, experience the glow and the energy of just being in your own power and understanding yourself. So like I said, baby, I love you guys so much. You guys have